and welcome. I'm Udoma Onyato. Tonight,
will the Senate confirm the nomination of Senator Udoma as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Senate confirms Fayemi Ngige, Udoma and 15 others as ministers. Former Rivers Governor Pt.1 Amechi for screening tomorrow. Former Governor of Lagos State Pt.1 Fashola also confirmed as minister, says as governor he never signed a single check. President Muhammadu Buhari withdraws the nomination of Niger State candidate Ahmed Ibeto. And Israeli forces set up major checkpoints in Arab areas occupied in East Jerusalem.
On business news tonight, former governor of Lagos State Pt.1 Fashola says this is no basis for an increase in value-added tax.
And on sports news tonight, English Football Association hands Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho a £60,000 fine and a suspended one-match ban.
It's day 2 of the Senate screening at the National Assembly. The agenda for the day showed that 10 nominees were to be screened. Now, while 8 scaled the screening hurdle today, 1 was dropped by the presidency, and the screening of the former governor of Rivers State, Pt.1 Amechi, was rescheduled for tomorrow. 10 nominees from yesterday and 8 today got the Senate seal of confirmation.
Confirmation. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Senator Udoma as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Senator Udoma is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Dr. John Kaide Fayemi as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Dr. John Kaide Fayemi is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Chief Audogbe as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Chief Audogbe is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Dr. Christopher Ngwenya as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Dr. Christopher Ngwenya is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Dr. Osage Henry as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Dr. Osage Henry is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazao as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazao is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Alhaji Lai Mohammed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. the nomination of Alhaji Lai Mohammed is hereby confirmed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki during the confirmation of ministerial nominees at the Senate today, and in all, 18 nominees were confirmed today. Now, it may not have been his choice, but the former governor, Babatunde Fashola of Lagos State, was the first to take the stand at the Senate chambers today. Mr. Fashola held his audience spellbound for almost an hour and a half, answering questions from the senators. He told them that as governor for 8 years in office, he did not sign a check. Mr. Fashola also responded to questions on loyalty and on the 78 million naira allegedly used to build a website. After several minutes of answering questions on sustaining the economy through effective borrowing, Senator Naya Abaribe from Abia State threw a bombshell.
Did you really build a website with 78 million and also sink a borehole with more than 300 million? 2, one of the biggest problems we have in this country is the question that always arises between those who come into office through support from their bigger brothers. And I would like to know, Mr. Nominee, what is your concept of loyalty? Thank you.
Truth be told, all of these things, nobody has alleged that I have corruptly enriched myself. And I couldn't be the master of all of computers, technology. I need something to do my work. And you make procurement in Senate. Who knows how much, who is involved in how much you buy biro and stationery? And as for loyalty, the concept of loyalty is a very strange concept. You see, I always say that when loyalty is to be tested, the real answer, sir, is that may our loyalties never be tested. So I always pray that my loyalty will not be tested, because you do not know when loyalty is, you may have to take a bullet for somebody, for even your own child. And so perhaps we discuss it loosely, but in public life, I have remained loyal to causes that I have signed on to. And all my life, really, nobody can fairly accuse me of giving my word and going back on my word. It raises the question about public understanding of the role of governors, of the role of public servants, and some people have been surprised to learn that as governor of Lagos State, I don't know about other states, I don't sign checks. None of my commissioners signs checks. I have never signed a check. I don't fix contract prices. It's an institutional process. The only training I have is that of a lawyer. But in order to execute a civil works project, we need the input of architects, we need the inputs of quantity surveyors, we need the input of structural engineers. There's a process, and we have consulting ministries.
Former Governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola. Well, the atmosphere at the Senate chambers today was calm, but the seriousness of the day's job brought a bit of tension, which was clearly seen on the faces of both the senators and the nominees. But at the end of the day, questions were asked and answers were given. Our political correspondent, Seun Okimbaloye, takes a look at today's proceedings.
Holy said.
Anticipation over the ministerial screening process mounts as the exercise enters the second day.
We have a first ministerial nominee.
After a closed-door session by the lawmakers, eventually the doors were opened for the nominees, and the first man to climb the podium is the former governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatunde Fashola.
Today, for example,
Considering the level of engagement, one will almost be carried away by the auditory and the exchange between Mr. Fashola and the lawmakers. Over an hour, Mr. Fashola engaged on issues ranging from borrowing and developing infrastructure in Nigeria to means of effective governance and other controversial issues around his term in office. He submitted also that the police should be decentralized.
Limit the initial jurisdiction and scope.
The next nominee won't have an easy ride too. The lawmakers won't allow him just come and take an easy bow. Questions and more questions, and perhaps he was equal to the task.
I can tell you that the average sorts of volumes in investment that we're losing on an annual basis because of the lack of PIB is in excess of $15 billion a year. And the reason is simple. It would have been better that you didn't start at all than announce very flamboyantly that you were going to do PIB and then step back from it. Because it creates a level of uncertainty that no international investor wants to grapple with. So I'll urge this very revered Senate to fairly quickly come to terms, find a way working with us to go ahead and pass those elements of PIB where there's not much contention. Engagement is key. One of the key things that killed a previous bill was that there wasn't sufficient engagement.
Mr. Abubakar Malami was next. His major area of focus in the engagement is the administration of justice in Nigeria. After him comes a former senator and a former governor of Anambra State, Senator Chris Ngige. He was received with some warmth.
Senators who found themselves in the great chambers will behave like states.
And then takes his bow.
All questions were taken.
Another senator goes up, a governorship candidate of the APC in Taraba State in the 2015 elections. And as soon as she was given the floor to speak, she sought to clarify her reasons behind her nomination.
Mr. President is a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of justice. He will not stop me from pursuing the right of my people and myself and my party by giving me an option to take ministerial and withdraw my case.
She is the first woman of the day. Barrister Solomon Dalong comes next before another woman steps up. The economy is our main focus.
So that tells us that the non-oil sector is growing, and if we can harness that, we can actually come out of the problems. And where is the growth? The growth is in agriculture, the growth is in services, the growth is in trade. So if we put policies in place to support that growth, we can avoid recession.
Senator Hadi Serika was the last nominee for the day. 8 nominees in total screened. Afterwards, the confirmation process began for Alhaji Lai Mohammed.
As a minister of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The ayes have it.
In part 2, after the break, more on the confirmation of ministerial nominees. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.